More on that later. First, Black Friday shenanigans between these two. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles hosting Caleb Williams and the Bears. The run game strong to quite strong for Chicago. DeAndre Swift, 125 rushing yards, that touchdown. Bears up 7-0. They went up 10-3 after the first half. Philly's first half offense was sluggish. They had like 2 first downs. Mid-third quarter, still 10-3. Hurts, how about that QB draw? Takes that out of bounds at the Bears 33. We have something to cheer about, says that fan. Very next play, cheer again. Hurts airing it out. Remember when A.J. Brown was unhappy? He's not unhappy there. Eagles down 10-9. Missed the extra. The Eagles took the sharing is caring thing a little too far because then they gave it right back. Eagles line up for the tush push. Hurts fumbles. Bears recover. That is Hurts' second career fumble on the tush push. That's the first time it's happened since week 8 of 2023. It's 10-9 after the third quarter. Let's go to the fourth. That's how this works. Bears are the first and goal at the 4. Kyle Monangai, touchdown. 130 rushing yards for him, and that score was 17-9 Bears. Then 7 minutes left in the fourth. Williams gonna do some fakery. Not a word. Could be. Rolls left. Cole Kmet. Not a rushing touchdown. That's a passing one. Bears now lead 24-9. So, Jalen, what can you do on a first and goal at the 4? Jalen fires to Brown. Brown holds on to that. Gets across the goal line for his second touchdown of the game. It was 24. Eagles still down 9. Nick Sirianni, what exactly were you thinking in that moment?
Obviously, we had to get one at one point. We had to get a 2-point conversion at one point. I've done a lot of studies on that in my notes. You know, down 9, I'm always going to go for 2 in that scenario.
So it's a little bit like aces and eights. You always split them, but you don't have down. 154 passing yards and a passing touchdown. This game was in Philly, and they're booing him at home. Bears get a 5th straight win, 24-15.
It's the Chicago Bears here, and we're 9-3. I don't know.
I know you guys are hungry for more, right? Itching. Let me tell you something. The city of Chicago's hungry too.
Hot dogs for everyone. More on that coming up in a little bit. Meanwhile, the Bears, they went north of 180 rushing yards before contact for the second time this season. The rest of the NFL has done it exactly once. Chicago finished the game with 281 yards on the ground, which is the most the Eagles have allowed in a game since 2015. Translation, it's time to call Chicken Little, right?
I don't think something big needs to change. You know, the sky's falling outside the locker room. We understand that, but I have nothing but the utmost confidence in the men in this locker room, players and coaches included. And it's going to take all of us. It's going to take all of us to come together, block out the noise. Can't be pointing fingers, all look internally, because everybody, you know, is contributing to the way we're playing right now. Literally every single body. And we all got to play better.
It's never just about one person, right? You can't. You win as a team, you lose as a team, and you try to evaluate everything, win, lose, or draw, and get better from it.
I got to definitely stay together. And stay committed to what the team is trying to accomplish in the end. It's you know, no one ever said it was going to be easy. And we got to embrace the challenge. We got to embrace this time and respond to it the right way.
All right, Tim Hasselbeck joins us now for a little post-Thanksgiving perspective. So the Bears pounding the ground, Tim, in ways that they haven't seen since the days of the legendary Walter Payton. How were they able to be so effective against that Eagles defense?
But yeah, Ben Johnson gets all this credit for being creative, finding ways to throw the football, but the reality is they just got after him up front. You know, they have creativity in their run game, but they also just do a good job of moving people. Here's a good example. DJ Moore is in the backfield. He's going to run split zone. So what they do here is just wind him third level. Now they're going to get Cole Kmet. They're going to motion him back into the backfield, and now it's a wham play. You're just going to like bring Kmet back to the defensive tackle. That gets the guard up to the linebacker level players, and again, it's Swift. And look at the lanes to run the football, just pouring it downhill. When you are doing things like that, you get both backs over 200 yards. And now, down near the goal line, just the inside zone run play. Look at the movement. They say score with your man when you get down near the 5. That's basically what the Bears were doing. So, yeah, a lot of creativity, a lot of fun plays, you know, oftentimes when you watch the Bears. But sometimes there isn't anything better than just lining up, moving the guy in front of you. That's what the Bears did to the Eagles.
Yep, and going all the way back to Walter Payton when they actually won the Super Bowl back in the 1980s, that's exactly what they were doing at the offensive line. Let's flip it, though, Tim, to the Eagles now, because they've looked like anything but the defending champs these last couple of games. They played so bad, in fact, that they even got booed at home. What do you think of Sirianni's decision to go for that 2-point conversion?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me. You know, Philadelphia had been struggling. Chicago had really been handling the game, and you score, and you have an opportunity to keep it a one-score game by kicking the extra point. You basically don't want to go for 2 until you absolutely have to, because it remains a one-score game. There was plenty of time left on the clock. They had all their timeouts. There was an opportunity to really put the pressure on Chicago on the road, you know, in a windy night to say, okay, yeah, you've got to get the first down in order, to put the game away. But by going for 2, failing to get it, it then is a 2-point game, and then, 2-score game, and it just takes so much pressure off of the Chicago Bears in terms of executing a 4-minute drive.
Yeah, maybe just all that drama, internal, external, whatever it is starting to impact some of the decision-making there for Nick Sirianni. And, yeah, not a good look. And the fans booing them also not a good look. Tim Heffner.
Seeing touchdowns, more or less?
I can't see it. I think this Philadelphia defense is elite, and I think last week was just an outlier. I think with the addition of Phillips and his ability to rush the passer, Jalen Carter, I think it's just too much for this Bears offense to handle on a consistent basis.
And then RC, Saquon, in such a quiet season, 78.5 rushing yards, more or less.
You know what? I think less, right? I think this team is going to rely on the pass game, and Saquon Barkley and this offensive line just haven't been on the same page. And also the reluctancy to get into the zone read and give Jalen Hurts a part of this run game, I feel has hurt Saquon Barkley as well.
All right, so if you like those picks, they're a parlay. We've put them together on the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Look for the more or less featured parlay on the homepage and in the parlay lounge. We put the picks up on the screen. We're going to find out a lot about both teams today. If the Eagles lose, they feel a little bit in free fall. If the Bears lose, then I think people will immediately feel like they have their biases confirmed, like they're not really that good.
No, I think the Bears are a good football team. Yeah. I think the Bears are playing complementary football. The Bears have found their franchise quarterback, and the Bears have their coach of the future. I just believe the Eagles understand the stakes of today's game and understand how important this is to win, especially with the Cowboys playing that well.
Yeah. You think attacking the Bears through the air deep is the way to go, because they're getting healthier at cornerback. Right? Yep. Jalen Johnson, Kyler Gordon, and they got no linebackers at all. Their top 3-4 linebackers are hurt now.
Well, you attack them.
Well, I'll say the other piece of it is, too, you put them in the pass game as well. Because I do believe a large piece of what's happening with the run game is not winning on the line of scrimmage.
It levels. I don't have the Bears making the playoffs. I'm just going to keep it real.
So everyone, and you speak for a lot of people. A lot of people expect them to fall completely off the cliff. We'll see. And then, of course, we get to spend Black Friday playing America's favorite game. Let's dissect the Eagles offense and make every single play a referendum on